looked at me and said, "Wow, I never realized how thin your hair is." Am I overreacting or is my boyfriend overreacting about this? My boyfriend said at the gym he saw one of the swim team girls working out and noticed one girl in a two-piece swimsuit. Okay. He also mentioned seeing her going up the stairs and covering her behind with her hand. Okay. We agree that noticing someone's appearance is just part of biology. So later, I told him that sometimes I briefly notice other guys' features, like his chest or arms, for maybe 1 to 2 seconds. I wasn't staring or flirting, it's just like something people notice for a moment. When I said this, he got pretty mad and said it was disrespectful and even called it adultery. I asked him if he ever does the same thing with other women. He said he might briefly glance and then purposely look away so he doesn't look at them. From my perspective, noticing someone for a second or two is normal, especially if they're in your line of sight. I'm not flirting with anyone, not staring at people. I'm committed to him. I was just trying to be honest about something small. Now I'm wondering if I should have said anything or if he's overreacting to something that's pretty normal. Wow. To even start and being like, "Oh yeah, I saw these other girls," and then be mad the other way, like it's a two-way street. Like I don't understand why people's bodies in general are like a topic. Like, "Oh, I saw this person with chest and arms," or a woman in a swimsuit. It's like if my boyfriend told me that, I'd be like, "What the heck? Why don't you mind your own business?" Like you're saying that for a reason, right? Sounds like he's very insecure. Someone says, "Yeah, he sounds insecure," and yes, he's overreacting. Someone said he stares at a woman walking up the stairs in a two-piece bathing suit, yet is upset when you saw a man's biceps. Yeah, he's overreacting. Someone said not an overreaction. You're not blind and he is insecure. What? Am I the a-hole for telling my coworker she also has thin hair? I, 25-year-old female, work at a very small startup company. By very small, I mean there are only 5 employees in total, including me. Because of the small size, getting along with my coworkers has been easy. We've all grown really close since we started working together every day, and even go out to bars together after work. Now for the story. Late last week, I wore my hair in 2 braids to work. I guess like this. I wanted to try a new style and felt really cute in them. When I arrived, my coworker Annie, fake name 27-year-old female, looked at me and said, "Wow, I never realized how thin your hair is." Again, why is this a topic? When she said the comment, I wasn't hurt or offended. I've always had thin hair. It's just how I was born. I replied back, smiling, saying, "Yeah, you too. Twins." Her reaction after I made the comment completely took me by surprise and shocked me because she immediately said, "Go to heck." She didn't say heck. I was so confused because Annie also has thin hair. She then proceeded to ignore me the rest of the shift. Again, this is a two-way street. What are you doing? What the heck? Fast forward to today. Annie still has completely avoided me and seems to be trying to get the rest of the office to turn against me. Because we're such a small team, my coworkers have been filling me in on what she's been saying behind my back. I even learned that once our boss returns from vacation, she plans to report me for workplace bullying. I can't. My coworkers aren't into taking sides, and I'm not asking them to because this issue is between me and Annie. However, one of them approached me today advising me to apologize, but I'm not sure if I should. I don't feel bad for anything I did. I am looking for advice on whether I should apologize or if there's a better way to handle this. Someone said Annie has thin skin to match her thin hair. I definitely don't agree with bullying, but it's just weird that she would say something like that. Like, I feel like she would be considered the bully. It's like, why would you even say that? Like, are you a human? Like, what the heck? Someone said she meant the "your hair is thin" to be an insult. So when you said it back, she took it as one, not the a-hole. She took it how she meant it, as an insult. That's her own problem. And someone else said, not the a-hole. She shouldn't be dishing out observations if she isn't ready to be observed. Yeah, I feel like it's just the golden principle. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Like, what kind of, I can't even get past the first comment. Like, what the heck? Train gossip. Overheard a couple talking on the train. Girlfriend. So, did you watch the video? Boyfriend? Videos? And no. F that. I don't want to see the pastor of my church doing the piano guy. Girlfriend. Who shared the videos? Boyfriend. The piano guy's wife? It's actually so messed up. So after she literally caught them in the act, she took the husband's phone Found the videos and shared everything on the church group chat. Girlfriend, show me. Boyfriend, no way. Girlfriend, please. Boyfriend, the pastor and the piano guy might sound hot on paper, but I've seen these people in person and yeah. Girlfriend, I feel bad for the piano guy's wife. Boyfriend, and their children. Someone said this is the best thing I've read on the internet in a long time. Am I the jerk for leaving my sister's dinner early because she kept correcting everything I said in front of her friends? My sister hosted a dinner last Saturday, maybe 8 people total, mostly her friends from work that I have never met. I was happy to go. I like meeting new people, and she asked me to come specifically because she said it would be fun to have me there. The evening started fine, but somewhere around the second hour, I noticed a pattern where every time I said something, she would jump in and go, well, actually, that's not right, or I think you're misremembering that. It happened with a story about our childhood. It happened when I was talking about a movie. It happened when I mentioned where we grew up. Each correction was small, but in front of the strangers, it felt humiliating. Like she was singling me out to everyone, that I couldn't be trusted to say anything accurate. I tried to brush it off the first few times, but by the fourth or fifth, I was just sitting there, second guessing myself before every sentence. At some point, I said I had an early morning and left about 45 minutes before I had planned to. I didn't make a scene. I thanked her, said goodbye to everyone, and left. She texted me later saying I was rude for leaving early and that her friends noticed. I told her why I left, and she said I was being oversensitive and that she was just keeping things accurate. I don't think I overreacted. Literally, she just left. But now I feel a little guilty because it was her event. Someone said you're not the jerk here. Being corrected once or twice is whatever, but 5 times in front of strangers, that's rough. You left quietly without making a scene. Honestly, that's way more respectful than most people would handle it. Someone said not the jerk. Sister needs to realize that memories are individualized. Someone said you are not the jerk. Your sister is. There is no need for your sister to correct you about childhood memories or movies or anything. I doubt the guests will ever remember those stories, but they will remember the way your sister treated you. Her friends probably noticed you left early because they noticed your sister was being a jerk. I think my taken coworkers are having an affair. I am a 27-year-old female working in a production-based company. I have been there for 5 years. I have a coworker, Anthony, 35-year-old male, who has been with the company for 10 years, and Abby, 24-year-old female, who has been with the company for 1 year. All fake names. Anthony works Monday through Friday, first shift, and Abby works Tuesday to Saturday, first shift. Anthony has a wife and 2 kids. I believe he has been with his wife for 10 years. Abby has a boyfriend of 3 years, and they live together. For the past 5 years, Anthony has taken his lunch at 11 a.m. I don't keep track, I just notice when he leaves, since I have to cover his portion of work when he leaves for breaks. Abby leaves for lunch at 1:30 p.m. Recently, Anthony has taken a short break at 11 a.m. that he doesn't consider his lunch. I know because I asked him if he would be back in 15 or 30. He will then take his lunch at 1:30. Anthony will leave first. Then Abby will follow shortly after. Anthony usually takes his lunch in the break room, but I have not seen him there. This has been happening for the past month or so. Anthony asked to switch his work schedule to Tuesday through Saturday. Sus. Also today, I had noticed that Abby will leave her post around 7:15 and come back at 7:30 with Anthony. Anthony starts his shift at 7:30. It's as if Abby is leaving to meet him or something. The lunch thing was all an assumption until this week, when I witnessed them leave the building together and get into the car together, and then I saw them come back into the building together. I think Anthony and his wife got divorced because he's been hinting at needing to escape from his life and head. But if he isn't divorced, I think they're having an affair. My boss noticed their behavior and asked me if I've witnessed anything weird. Do I tell her or do I mind my own business? I won't be scared to admit that I love workplace drama, especially when it's not my drama. This is why I want to tell my boss. I swear I'm not a weirdo stalker. Someone said stay out of it unless it affects work. Do not create unnecessary drama. And someone else said you don't actually know what's going on. It could be something or nothing. So saying it might just cause problems. I mean, better to stay out of it unless it directly affects work. Not worth getting involved. Someone said avoid, avoid, avoid. It's up to them. If he is piping her in the car, then so be it. Don't get involved or care about anyone else's situations.